Now, dear students, we have the chapter number 3, motion in a straight line, and today we have the general topic, that is distance and displacement. So first we will discuss the distance. What actually the distance? If an object is showing the motion, so the total length of the path which is covered by an object during the motion is called the distance. So it's a general meaning, or the actual length of the path which is traversed by an object, that is called the distance. Now we have the several properties of the distance, so we will discuss them one by one. So the general define which I have written in front of you, the length of the actual path traversed by a body during the motion is called the distance. Okay. Now what are the basic properties? We should discuss them one by one. Properties here we have. First, unit system. So always there is a one mark question on behalf of the concept of the unit. So generally we have discussed in the chapter number 2 that we are using the three basic system, in which nowadays we are giving only the validity of the two system, SI or MKS system. So this one was the explanation which I have given in the previous lecture. So in the SI system, the length having the unit, that is called the meter, and the symbolic notation we are using, that is m. And in the CGS system we are just using the concern of the unit, that is called the centimeter. Okay, so this one was the unit. And second, we have the dimension. Unit and dimension, these are the two basic things we have, and always we will give the unit and dimension of the each and every one quantity. So dimension, if you are representing, that is m0, l1 and t0. It's a basic dimension we have. Third point, that is distance is a scalar quantity. So why we are just saying the scalar? Because it doesn't give the direction. Always it deals with the concept of the magnitude. So in whatever the direction you are just making the measurement of the distance, so always you are just taking in a positive manner, or always you are just dealing with the magnitude in the concern unit system, and we are not giving it the positive or the negative sign anywhere in the measurement. So always it is an scalar quantity. Now distance is always positive. This one is a symbol of the positive sign we have. Okay, so always it is in the positive manner, so in which any direction you are just making the measurement of the distance. And somehow we can make the measurement, so we can plot the pictorial, that mean geometrical diagram. So I am just putting one of the triangle in front of you, and I am just saying that this one is the A, this one is the B, and this one is the C. So somehow the object is moving from A to B, and and coming that from C to A, and the A to B is the 10 meter, and B to C is the 10 meter, and C to A is also the 10 meter. So if I am just asking general question to you, that what is the total distance covered by an object whenever it moves from A to B plus B to C plus C to A. So the simply answer you have, that is 10 plus 10 plus 10, and the concern unit system, that is in the same, that is 30. So easily we can write that total is the 30. Okay, or either the object is moving from A to B or B to C. So simply we have the general explanation of that part, that we can say the distance traveled by during the motion, that AB plus BC. So these are the geometrical interpretation we have, and we can easily write that is 20 meter. So many that means geometrical shapes we have on which the object is moving on behalf of the numerical. So distance is always the positive quantity. Okay, can't be negative. Okay, now distance cannot be negative. It can't be negative. Always we are just dealing with this quantity in a positive manner. If one of the point which I am taking the ahead, that distance is always greater than and equal to the displacement. Still we are not we didn't discuss the displacement, but there is a picture you have inside your mind. Displacement, so distance can be equal to the displacement. Okay, so later we will discuss it. So these are the basic features which we have discussed in the sense of the distance. Now we will discuss the displacement. So, dear students, what actually we have the displacement, the shortest path which is traveled by an object during the motion, or the length between the initial and the final position in a particular direction. Okay, or the change in the position of an object in a particular direction, it makes the sense of the displacement we have. No, on behalf of the defined change in the position in a fixed direction. So here we are using the interesting word that is called the direction, and the shortest path measured in the direction from initial to final position. So it is called the displacement. Now, as we can further take the geometrical shape here. Now, which one of the triangle shape which I have taken in front of you, and object is moving from A to B and B to C. So what is the possible displacement we have? Now, what is the possible displacement? This is the initial position and this is the final position. Okay, so the object is moving from A to B and B to C. Then what is the that mean displacement? So the displacement can be stated as, so here we can write the displacement that is called the AC, and I am just putting the vector symbolic notation on the meaning. And if you are just taking the concern of the magnitude, suppose AB is the 10 meter and BC is also the 10 meter, and AC is also the 10 meter. So what is the that mean displacement we have? So there is a mean of the displacement we have, that is final position minus initial position. So we are just using the basic concept. So final position in the term of the magnitude, that is 10 meter minus 0 meter. Okay, so we are just getting the answer, that is 10 meter is the displacement of an object along the direction A to C. So this is the simple pictorial representation of the displacement we have, and one by one we are just discussing the properties. So what are the basic properties? Basic properties we have. So first we have the unit system. So what are the two possible unit system we have? First is the SI and the second is the SI. SI can be stated in the term of the MKS, students. So we are just getting the same that mean answer, that is called the meter. And CGS system we have, so we are just using that concept of the centimeter. So distance and displacement, generally these are the both the length we have. Now second one is that same as per the dimension. Dimension we can write the dimension, that mean m naught, L1 and T naught. Okay, so this is the basic concept of the dimension. And third we have the displacement. It is a vector quantity. Why we are saying the vector? Because whenever we are just making the measurement of the displacement, show it is in a particular direction. Okay, so the direction word indicates that the particular quantity that we are just assessing, that is called the vector. Okay, if it is vector, then it can that play the role of the, it can be positive, it can be negative, and end zero. So the three characteristics can be possible on behalf of the vector notation. It can be positive, negative, and the zero. So how can we represent them? So we will discuss it. So we are representing the motion of an object along a straight line. So I have made the three, that mean portion of the graphs are here, the representation for the motion. Now I am just saying the object that mean is standing at the A from the reference point, that is called having the position, that is x1, and after a certain interval of the time it is reaching to the another point, that is called the x2 we have. Okay, so what is the possible displacement we have in this scenario? So anyone is saying that find out the displacement, so we know that it is an initial position and it is a final position we have. So if you are just making the assessment of that part, so if you are just getting the displacement, so we should find out the AB, and AB can be found out by the difference of the O to B minus O to A. Okay, so whenever we are just finding that, so it will gives the meaning of the x2 minus x1, and obviously x2 is greater than compared to the x1. X2 is greater than compared to the x1, so we are just getting the displacement, that is a to b in the sense of the positive manner, that will be greater than 0. So it is a simply representation of the displacement can be the positive. Okay, now the next portion we have. Now the one of the diagram which I have shown to you, the initial position of an object, that is initial position, and that is the final position, and someone is asking that find out the displacement. So further we are just getting the AB, and AB can be found out by the mean of the OB minus OA. Okay, so what actually we are writing, that x2 minus x1, but we know that the meaning of the x2 is the less compared to the x1. X2, that is less compared to the x1. So what actually we are getting, AB in the negative manner. So displacement can be the negative. So it's a second representation of the displacement we have. So this one is the initial position, this one is the final position, and obviously we know that the initial position is greater compared to the final position. So we are just getting the displacement in the negative manner. Now the third point we have that the object initially at the A and it's moving from A to B and then further coming B to A. Now from the reference point, if you are just making the concern of the displacement, so what actually we are getting, initial and the final position is the same. Now in this portion that I am saying that the object is moving from O to A, that is called the x1. This one is a movement of an object, and then further it's moving from A to A. So whenever we are just finding the displacement, so the displacement can be state that in the term of we are just getting that final position minus initial position, x2 minus x1. So whenever we are just getting the meaning of the x2 minus x1 in the term of the displacement, so it will be the 0, because we are just assuming that x1 is equal to x2. So whenever the x1 is equal to x2, so the displacement can be the 0. Okay, so this is the vector notation or the vector nature of the quantity, that is the displacement. Now we have to be discuss the another point earlier that we have discussed. Point number fifth, if we are just assuming further the analogous study of the displacement, so further we can write the same thing that in the part of the displacement can be equal to the distance, equal to the distance. So this one's distance, and the displacement can be equal to the distance but always less than from the displacement. So it's so these are the some of the general that mean properties of the distance and the displacement. So subscribe the channel, so you will get automatic notifications about the topics or the next video. Okay, thank you.